For our first stop, we're going to De Los Sandros, I believe is how you pronounce it. Maybe.
Your guess is as good as mine.
But either way, they've been serving up cheesesteaks since 1960, so let's go try these. When you get here, there will be a line on the right. You come up to the window right here, and then you'll come and wait outside of that, and there's a second window to pick up over here. One thing to note is it is cash only, and luckily there is an ATM over here in the corner.
First impressions. Looks extremely messy.
It does.
I'm looking for napkins. I don't see any. So
They're underneath that wrapper right there.
Okay, I see them. Okay. Second, the bread is squishy on the bottom. It is falling off the bun. I don't know if you can see that.
There's a lot of meat in that.
That is a lot. So I'm going to take a bite. We're going to see how it goes. Pretty good. Not my favorite.
Seriously?
Seriously. I think my chicken Philly the other day puts this to shame.
Really?
Yeah.
A chicken Philly, she says.
That chicken Philly was on its point.
All right, so the way we're ordering all of them is going to be cheese whip, and then I'm adding American cheese to it. I put the hot peppers on the side because her stomach's not feeling the best, so she didn't want any. Again, nice, meaty, cheesy all the way through. Let's give it a taste. You're crazy. That is really good.
Is it better than the chicken Philly?
Yes.
No.
Oh, long shot.
No way.
That is perfect. That's probably my favorite cheesesteak I've ever had in my life. Yeah. This is my favorite so far. We've only tried 2 so far. So let's get on. Next up is Ishkabibble. All right, well actually, let me try it with the peppers first. These are the cherry peppers. See what that does to it. Definitely had the peppers. Oh man, that is really good. It gives that nice vinegary flavor with a little bit of heat. By far the best steak and cheese I've ever had in my life so far. Let's see. So, what are your final thoughts on this cheesesteak?
I like chicken Phillies better than regular Phillies, so let me just put that disclaimer out there. That being said, still not my favorite Philly cheesesteak. It was super messy. The bread didn't have a lot of snap to it. The bread yesterday that we had was much better.
I'll give you that. The bread that we had yesterday, what was that called?
Jay's.
Jay's Steaks.
Yes.
Jay's Steaks, a little further outside of Philly. Like their bread was very on point.
So if I had to go on a 10 scale, 10 being best, I would say this was probably like a 6.9.
See, I'm gonna go with like a 9.5. That was really, really good to me. Like I can look past the bread not being the perfect crispy bread. That's why I'm gonna give it a negative 0.5. Another thing to add to it though, we did get a Hank's Black Cherry. You should really try that. It was really, really good. And then I got the United Philly United beer.
I don't know, it's a beer made in
very
Philly
hoppy.
for
If you
Philly.
like hoppy beers, you'll probably like that. I do not, so I did not like it.
In South Philadelphia, born and raised on a playground is where I spend most of my days.
So we're going to a place called Ishkabibble, which we have found out from most of the local people we talk to. This is where the actual locals go to get a Philly cheesesteak. They've been serving up cheesesteaks since 1979, so let's give them a try. While we're waiting, we got their famous Gremlin drink, which is lemonade and grape juice mixed together.
I about died on it just a second ago. It is very tasty. It's refreshing on this warm day.
What's it taste like?
Like a blue lemonade.
Bad thing, as you can see, we're sitting on a stoop because there's very limited seating in this Ishkabibbles.
Jesus. If you know, put it in the comments.
So we're sitting on a stoop.
Oh, it looks good and messy.
Ooh, nice. A lot of cheese. Very meaty, cheese throughout the whole thing. Onions look nice and caramelized. Let's see what Laura thinks about this one. Maybe she likes it better than the last.
I can tell you from the texture of the bread, I already like it better.
Does you think it's gonna have more of a crisp to it?
Yes. I like the bread better. I smell better. I don't like the taste better. I like the texture better of the meat. I don't know. I would say they're pretty tit for tat. Like, neither one are my favorite.
What would you rank it?
Probably like a 7.4.
We'll have to go back and see what you ranked the other one.
Yeah, I think it was less than that.
Got the peppers on the side again. Again, her stomach's not been that well. But yeah, it's nice, cheesy, meaty. It's not quite as much meat as the last place. So let's see without the peppers. That's a solid cheesesteak too. This one has white American, where the last one had yellow American. I like the white American better. The steak is basically exactly the same. Like, I think Cheese Whiz is not as powerful on this one. I think it's a more mellow flavor, which I like better. So I'm gonna say this one I like better than the last one, even though I ranked the last one a 9.5. I'm gonna say this is a solid 10. I don't see any problems with this.
What are you gonna rank it once you add peppers?
I mean, it just round the sandwich out better. Anything with peppers on it tastes better. I think what sets this one apart from the last one is the bread is not mushy.
Yeah.
Like the inside of the bread's not much like the last one. That's why I think I would set this one. That's my favorite that I've had since we've been here. Ishkabibble. The locals don't lie. Unfortunately, this was our next place to go, and it looks like they're not open anymore. I read that there was possibly a fire, but it had to shut down due to it. The internet will tell you that they have reopened since the fire. They have not. I just talked to a lady that's working there helping restore and get it back open. They said May 1st of 2024 they will be back in operation, but as of right now, Jim's is not open, so we are not getting a steak from there today.
Womp womp.
One major plus about this place is it has dining sitting outside that you wouldn't know unless you went to the restroom. So we actually got to sit down and we'll have a little by ourselves dinner.
Oh, this one has tape. Da-da-da.
So this one is Woodrow's, which has been established since 2016. And what sets this one apart is their cheese whiz is actually truffle whiz.
Now that I'm pretty stoked about.
My Lord's happy about a cheesesteak.
Maybe, we'll see.
All right, break it up and let us see the inside. Oh yeah. Good meaty, good and cheesy as always. I don't think Philly disappoints in their Philly cheesesteaks.
The bread has a good pull. It's a good sign.
Really nice and soft.
It's a good sign.
You can smell that truffle out of it.
This is the best one in Philly, hands down. The cheese is really good. The truffle goes really well with it. You can taste the onions. The bread is nice. It's not soggy. Highly recommend Woodrow's if you're here in South Philly.
So one thing that's also different is they don't do like the chunky onions. It's got the stringy onions. Again, you can smell that truffle on it. And you got the grain on the bread. So the bread does look nice. That is a much different flavor. It's really good. Again, I wouldn't really call that a Philly cheesesteak, but it is a play on one. So I give that a solid 9.5. I'm just not going to give it a 10 because it's not a classic Philly from Philly.
Whatever,
So,
it's bougie.
Ishkabibbles by far wins this.
Disagree. Called Jay's Steaks.
Jay's Steaks. We had never heard of it either. Why would anybody? It's this far outside of Philadelphia. We'll show you in a minute.
So this is a small chicken Philly with some sort of onion cheese. I don't know if I'm supposed to dress it, but I'm gonna try it just as it is. It looks hot.
It does look hot.
Oh, good.
Yeah?
Wait till you try the bread. Like, the bread is ridiculous. Whatever cheese I chose was a good one.
Try their chicken Philly. That onion cheese, that is really where it's at. That's probably the best chicken Philly I've ever had. But let's talk about the cheese steak. So we got the American and the cheese whiz because we don't have that cheese whiz back where we come from. So we're gonna give that a try. Never had it. I always feel like it cooled down a notch. We have like nacho cheese back where we're from, but it's different than this. Like that's actually good. Well, I don't like the cheese like that where we're from. It's actually really good. And the bread, I agree with you, the bread is top notch. Back in the car, honest review.
I see why it's rated a 4.7. The bread was really good. It had a nice like chew to it. The steak onion cheese, I think is what I got. That was the showcase of my sandwich, I think.
100%.
If I had to do it again, I didn't try yours, only because I have been sick recently, but mine was the best chicken Philly I've ever had.
I not say that mine is the best Philly steak I've ever had, but it deserves the 4.7.
Agreed.
This is Pat's. This is a place we're not going. We told this was just a tourist trap to get you down here. So we're not going to try this place. And then, right up the street, then there's Geno's, which we were told by the locals is actually gross and do not come here. But you may recognize it. They have Boys to Men actually did part of their music video for Motown Philly? Southtown Philly? I don't remember the name of the song now. But they did their dancing routine right here in front of this one. A lot of people there though. And we were told it was gross.